Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 14th to the 19th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my websites, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. They're listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels, oh goodness, and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. All right, fantastic. So let us see what the tarot has to say. So we're starting with the current situation, like what is coming forward this week. And we have here the Hangman. We're seeing things differently. And we're also accepting that we see things differently. We're not trying to fit ourselves into a box, but we can give ourselves a really hard time because we can be like, no, you're supposed to see it like this, or no, everybody's seeing it like this. I'm seeing it differently. Am I wrong? You're going to have a time of questioning yourself, of doubt or of fear or feeling overwhelmed. So just be mindful about this. And then you're going to be like, oh, am I wrong? Am I not doing this correctly? So being aware is going to be super important, that you are going to doubt yourself. It is going to be overwhelming at times, but you're not on the wrong track. You're just doing things differently than others. And that's not bad. As long as you come from a place of love, as long as you are, connected with your higher energy, you're in a good place. It moves us then to the challenge, which is the Five of Pentacles. And that makes sense because the Five of Pentacles is always a challenge. The Five of Pentacles is a poverty mentality. It is a sense of lack. Like, I don't get to have this because. Now, you can be fighting this. You can be around people who have a sense of lack and have a sense of like, I can't accomplish this because, look at where we are, look at where we live, look at what we've been through, type of deal. And you're sitting there being like, no, I'm going to fly. I'm going to soar. I'm going to go after my dreams, and I'm not going to make them smaller just to fit what other people think I should be dreaming. So that is very much an energy that's coming forward. But also, you've been through hard times, Sagittarius, and you've doubted yourself, and you've had struggles, and you've had, things not work out. And there's a fear of like, well, what if I fall back into that? And it's like, but what if you don't? And that's a bigger thing. Like, what if you don't fall back into that? What if you can soar? And what if you have just learned so much and it's going to propel you forward, right? This wisdom is propelling you forward. So this fear is going to come forward. It's either from you or it's from others, but I see it like seeping in. It's like blackness at the edges, and it can be very overwhelming. Do not let yourself be stopped by it. It moves us then to where we need to focus, and it's the Four of Cups. Now, we have our focus on the things that we think need to be paid attention to. And this week, we're going to find that Spirit pulls our attention in a different way. It's like, hey, no, look at this. And we're going to be like, no, I'm busy right now. Stop it. And we're going to have our attention pulled again in a different direction. We have to pay attention to it and not just think, oh, I know what I need to do. Because Spirit is going to take hold during this week in a beautiful way, in intense way, in a powerful way, and having us see things differently. It moves us then to what we're leaving behind. And this is the Nine of Swords, which is fantastic to leave behind. And this is worry and doubt and fear and the sense of the worry keeping you up at night. So even if you do stay up late, like, it's not about worrying here, it's because you want to. So here with the Nine of Swords, this is fear, this is doubt, this is feeling overwhelmed, this is questioning yourself, this is, just the worry about everything that you have to do tomorrow and everything that is today. So just being aware of this is going to be important here. And we're leaving that behind. We're leaving that sense of worry and that sense of fear and needing to hold on to it. It's like, no, I'm letting it go. And it brings us then to our strengths. And our strength is the Death card. This is Scorpio energy. October 23rd to November 21st is the time frame. So if we're born on the cusp with Scorpio, that comes through in our personality quite profoundly. But this is also the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, transformation, insights, ideas, looking at things differently. Our strength is also going to be in not telling everybody everything. There's a little bit of a secrecy to us, a little bit of a mystery. It plays very well for us. So don't think, oh, I have to tell everybody everything. No, you don't. You can keep it to yourself because you're building your fire, you're building your tenacity, you're building your beauty and your brilliance. It brings us then to our near future, which is the Queen of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. Now it's us stepping into that role, but we also have somebody around us who's just very well dressed, very put together. I would say a well-dressed lady, but it doesn't have to be a lady. It's more feminine energy, meaning this person is more nurturing, more compassionate, more things that we would contribute to feminine energy. But again, they don't have to be. This is with the Queen of Pentacles. This is us embracing prosperity, success, nurturing what it is that we desire, opening up the doors, but also knowing that we are more powerful than we think we are. And it's getting ready. It's putting on okay. So you know how people say when they put on makeup, like, I'm putting on my war paint, type of thing. But that's what I'm hearing. It's like, I'm getting myself ready, but I'm getting myself ready. And by getting myself ready externally, in whatever way makes you feel fantastic, like fabulous, just absolutely shining, is the way that you're preparing yourself for the intensity of the world around you. So whether that's putting on a face, whether that's wearing certain clothes, whether that's certain shoes, like, it doesn't really matter. It's your idea of what makes you beautiful, like what makes you stand out. And Spirit is saying, do that for yourself. Like, let yourself stand out, let yourself be prosperous. It's a dress for success, but it's dressing for your own success, not to fit into anybody else's stereotype or way of being. The advice for this time, is the King of Pentacles. I love that. So when we have the King and Queen of the same suit from the same deck come together, it's a soulmate connection, true love connection. Now, this can mean that this week is very profitable. That can be why you're afraid of everything falling apart, right? So if you let yourself be different, stand out, transform, rebirth into what it is that you want. You've been through hard times. You've been focusing the wrong way. Spirit's pulling you the right way now. And you're looking at things, and this is like money. It's like money, money, money. And I'm not saying that in a way that's like, it's all about money. But people who say money doesn't matter, they've always had it, right? They've always had it. So here, with the Queen and King of Pentacles coming forward, it's prosperity, it's success, it's bounty, it's abundance, it's wealth, it's richness, it's prosperity. And that's what you're stepping into. And so with the King and the Queen of Pentacles coming forward, right, in our near future, we're embracing the Queen, we're embracing nurturing our prosperity, our success, our bounty, we're embracing nurturing the strength of ourselves, dressing for success, moving forward in that way. With the King of Pentacles in the advice, it's like, you are a king. Nobody gets to tell you what to do. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't listen to people in our jobs and in our work and stuff like that. But what it means is that we are meant to stand above, and we are meant to go beyond expectations. We are meant to be prosperous, and we are meant to call in our wealth. And the wealth is moving forward, and it's all interconnected. And you're going to see that because there's certain things that we're thinking, that's no big deal. Like, that's not connected to this. That's not connected to that. No, you're going to see this week that everything has an interconnectedness that is beautiful, but it's like more intense than we realized. It's more intertwined than we thought. And it brings us here then to the environment that we're in, and it's the Hermit. Now, this is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. The environment is like going into yourself, right? Going in, listening, understanding. It's a hermit time. It's a time of quiet. It's a time of contemplation. It's a time of insight. And so during this time, you don't want to be like dancing on rooftops, right? What you want to be is looking at things, taking things in, and listening to the world around you while everybody else is busy talking. You take it in, you see it, and you're unlocking the key. So you're unlocking the door. You now hold the key to embracing your success, embracing your prosperity. Now, also, there can be a hermit around you, a person around you. And I say a hermit, not a Virgo, but a hermit. This person is probably not going to be a Virgo, because you can have very flashy Virgos around you right now that you're like, well, it's not them. And here with the hermit, it is a person who you could be like, well, don't you want to go out? Don't you want to do this? Don't you want to do that? And they're like, no, I'm building something. And you're going to be like, boring. But they are building something, and you're going to become intrigued with this person. It's like, what are you building? What are you creating? What are you moving towards? And they're building something great for themselves. And you're going to be inspired by that person to use the energy of how you look at things differently and how you are putting things together and be like, oh, well, I'm building too. I'm building towards that prosperity and towards that success. And I would, if you have a tarot deck, I would put the King and Queen of Pentacles up on a mirror that you see, like when you brush your teeth in the morning, or, in a place like by your nightstand or wherever, or on your nightstand, just so that you see it and you know that I am that couple of success, right? It's either I'm calling forward that couple of prosperity if you are single, or if you're in a relationship, we are that power couple. We are that success. And it doesn't mean that you have to walk red carpets and have everybody know your name. It means that you see yourself as successful, as prosperous, and as bountiful. And that energy is going to either elevate your partner, or you'll find that your partner looks at things and starts changing things to meet those expectations. So it's kind of cool here. I like that. It brings us then, so Spirit is saying, do be mindful, because it can, if your partner doesn't want to be successful like that, it can make the relationship pull in different directions. So just be mindful of that. That's a warning for a certain person, because I can see the person is like, but I don't want that same success that you want. That can be your thing, but it's not mine. So just be aware of that. If you're cool with that, that's awesome. If you're not cool with that and that, breeds resentment, just be aware of that. You have another 5 here, which is the hopes and the fears. And the hopes and the fears is change your mind, change your life. It's looking at things differently. You have the repeat of the number 5 in a place of apprehension, both times. And 5 is a freedom number. And it's like breaking out of the shell. And we can be going into the shell right now. We need that hermit time. And we're afraid to break out of the shell. But we will be going into the shell and breaking out of the shell at the exact same time. Not really sure how that works. It will just work for you. You can find that maybe personally you're more introspective. Socially you're very gregarious, outgoing, love to talk to people, type of thing. But with the 5 of Cups, the hopes and the fears is that you change your mind, you change your whole entire life. You focus on the blessings, and the blessings come. And the fear is, well, what if I don't get to be blessed, right? What if it's only trials and tribulations? And it's like, but what if it's not? And then it brings us to the outcome, which is the Ace of Swords. And this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of power of voice, of cleverness of mind, of looking at things so differently, opening up the doors, embracing what it is that you want, how it is that you want to move forward. There's just a keenness of mind and a way to express yourself that you're like, oh, well, that's clever. Like, oh, well, I never thought of that. I never looked at it that way. I never thought of it like that. And it helps you with the Hangman, with seeing things differently. It's like this cleverness comes in, and all of a sudden, instead of taking other people's doubts because you're not fitting the bubble, it's like, but now you are embracing your own exuberance. And it's like, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time for your doubts and fears. I need to move forward in my energy. I need to move forward towards my dreams. And this is the time to plan it out. This is the time to say what it is that you want. Now, our message from Spirit is angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. This is the Condor, and this says, hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. And it's time to say, this is what I want. It might sound preposterous, right? It might sound so far from where you are right now that it's like, oh, please, how can your dreams be that big, right? And the people who want you to stay small, they can really think, oh, I'm helping you. Don't get too big for your britches type of thing. And you might have gotten too big for your britches once upon a time, right? You might have had really big success and then it fell. And you're like, whoa, how do I build this back up again? And it's realigning yourself. to you. Get out of your head into your heart. Align yourself towards your passion, towards what it is that you want, because now it's time to embrace your highest vision for your life. It moves us then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. And this is dreams. This is the third eye chakra. Dreams do come true, right? It's that song, Disney song, dreams do come true, can happen to you. You know, there's this sense of spirit talking to you in your dreams, but you're going to have very powerful dreams during this time, very vivid dreams, and it's going to be leading you and answering questions and leading you towards where you need to be, how you're seeing things, how you're working things out. The energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, is the Five of Pentacles. It is that sense of lack. It is that sense of I can't possibly have what I want, move forward in that way, go after what it is that I desire. So just be mindful about that during this time, because that sense of, for somebody who is listening, for Sagittarius here, or somebody who's listening for a Sagittarius, you have been through a time of failure. But that failure has taught you the most invaluable lessons you could ever imagine. You didn't fail. You learned so much. And now it's time to take what people would call quote unquote failures and spirit calls lessons and say, you know what? Now I'm moving forward. Like nothing is going to keep me in that place ever, ever, ever again. I'm taking back the reins, I'm getting back on the horse, and I'm going for it. And you're reclaiming your life. And that's what you're doing. Don't focus on what went wrong, because it went wrong. It happened. Now it's time to say, I'm reclaiming me, and do so with this vivacious, like determination, like this exuberant energy that is around you. But it's also a hermit time, because you're getting your, can I curse? I don't know, because YouTube, but you're getting your stuff in order, right? You're getting everything in order. You're taking it all in. You're inspired by somebody who takes it in, who moves slowly, and who just like propels forward. And you're like, wait, how did you do this? And they're like, well, I was planning. While everybody else was out doing XYZ, I was planning. I was creating something long-lasting and magnificent. And it brings us then to your subconscious spirit message. And this is the magpie. And it says, reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what no longer needed. It is. It's time to let go with everything that is holding you back, everything that isn't fitting with what you want, and propel yourself forward. It's like I'm seeing like, I don't know what movie this is from, or if it's from a Miyazaki film, where like the person is just dumping all this stuff out of like a hot air balloon kind of spaceship thing. And it's like, no, it's weighing us down. It's weighing us down. I have to let it go. I have to let it go. And it's helping you then rise higher and go after what it is that you want, but you have to let it go first. You have to let it go first. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message, which is communication. This is the throat chakra coming through. And you are stating to yourself what it is that you want. You're also communicating on such a higher level with the world around you. You're picking up on things psychically. And it's not just for everybody else. You know, it can be confusing a little bit, because you're going to pick up on things psychically and use this for other people with communication, right? You can read the room really well, and you can tell, oh, well, that person's a bit upset and I know they're testy about XYZ, or don't talk about this, or you know, maybe we should ease in with this type of, like, you'll get like a segue, like, or like, oh, I should talk about this to them, and you go with it, and it really helps you. It like opens up the door. They're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed to talk about. And with communication, communicating with yourself, taking all the knowledge that you have and saying, okay, what is it that I want? That's also going to be really important. It's going to be really easy for you, Sagittarius, because it's a natural thing for you to use it with other people. It's not going to be that easy to use it with yourself, that ability for communication and that opening up and saying what it is that you want. Opening up of the throat chakra. It moves us then to Leo energy. Now, it can be here to be mindful of subconsciously. It can be that you have to be mindful of a Leo. Okay, fine. That's very straightforward. And that's a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. But it is also, you have to be mindful of thinking that brute force strength will outwin the heart. It will not. This is strength through kindness. This is the most unlikely a pairing. A boar in ancient Celtic traditions, and these are Celtic cards, they were the fiercest animal you could find, right? They were so fierce. A wild boar hunt. You read it in mythology, Celtic mythology, King Arthur mythology all the time, because wild boars were stinking dangerous. So just being aware of this is going to be really, really important really important, that you are going to be conquering something that other people are like, oh my gosh, that's too scary. Oh my gosh, that's kind of like, that's dangerous. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Through love, I am opening up this door. It's not doing anything that's foolish, but you're going to find the most unlikely partners, unlikely partnerships, unlikely, like, oh my gosh, you got this and other people can't, type of thing. And it moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, tarot message, and it's the 10 of Swords. And it is, again, that transformation. The 10 of Swords for me is my minor arcana death card, the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. Now, subconsciously, we can also have been like a little bit overkill things, like over exaggerating things, like making the drama bigger in our head than it is in reality. And we see that from the 9 of Swords. That was definitely something that happened. But with the 10 of Swords, we're also seeing all the backstabbing, all the setbacks, all the hurt, all the pain that we are transforming from, that we are rising from, and embracing our voice. And we're not the same person. We're not the same person we were. And people think now that they can say things that will hurt us, that will break us. And they just can't, because we've already walked through that fire, that purifying fire, that intense fire, and it's transformed us. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this week, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed week. Bye.